Hey guys, Frances here, and I wanted to just do a quick 20-minute yoga practice that you can do anytime, anywhere. We'll have a few props, 2 yoga blocks, and we use a blanket. And let's just get right into it, okay? Here we go. So you have your blanket on your mat. We'll put a block down. Have a seat on the block, and we'll stack our feet one in front of the other with the heels lined up in the middle, right, with your knees coming down. You want to make sure that you really have super comfortable seat here, that your knees feel good. And we'll just start by taking a full breath in, full breath out, and again a full breath in, full breath out. Let's bring the hands into Dhyana Mudra. Fingers stacked, thumbs lightly touching. Just rest that hand mudra in your lap. That's a feedback mechanism, so you're not squeezing too tight or the shape's not falling apart. And take a big breath in. Again, a big breath out. Lengthening through the spine, keeping your natural curve, so the lumbar spine moves a little bit towards your belly button, the thoracic spine a little bit back, and then the cervical spine a little bit forward. And let's go ahead and from here, we'll take a few moments to say a few words. And this will be kind of an introduction to a simple meditation practice where you will do a version of passage meditation. So we'll use just a few simple phrases, 3 phrases really specifically. The first phrase, may I make a friend of my body. The second phrase, may loving kindness manifest throughout my life. And the third phrase, may we all feel connected, supported, and loved. I'm just going to repeat those again and just let you know a little bit behind it. So the first phrase, may I make a friend of my body, in relationship to yourself, right? So your body, if there's any physical issues, can we peace and work through in a more peaceful way? If there's a friend, if your mind is really like agitated, like, may I make a friend of my body, can I just release and relax? And of course, look for tools and help for that. But basically making friends all around with your entire self. The second phrase, you want to think of all of the people that you have regular contact with throughout your day. So may loving kindness manifest throughout my life. And you can visualize those people, right? Those people that you see, whether it's in your home, whether it's on a video chat, that you're in regular contact with. And the third phrase, may we all feel connected, supported, and loved, thinking about the entire world. And God, don't we need a little bit of connection, support, and love? And if we're all feeling that, then wouldn't the world be a better place, right? So those 3 phrases, just once again, may I make a friend of my body, may loving kindness manifest throughout my life, and may we all feel connected, supported, and loved. All right? So let's bring the hands into Dhyana Mudra. Rest that hand mudra in your lap. And you can do closed eye practice, or you can do open eye with the intention of bringing your awareness into the world. And then just you will silently repeat those phrases to yourself just a few times. Right? Meanwhile, lengthen the breath, relax what you can. Breathe freely. And then gently bring your awareness back. We'll release our hands and just do a few simple movements to start. Reach one arm up, side bend, and back up through the center, lengthening. Other arm up, side bend. Reach up, and side bend. Reach up, and side bend. Reach up, and side bend. One more, and side bend. Bring your hands to the lap for a moment, and actually let's bring the hands to the rib cage. So let's move the rib cage. Think of the rib cage moving a little bit like jazz isolations, if you're familiar with those in jazz class. I remember doing ribs to one side, and then forward, and then to the other side, and then back, right? So visualize the rib structure, like a sphere maybe, And just moving that sphere over the pelvic sphere. And then let's reverse the direction. So a lot of nice movement through the spine. Lengthen the breath as we go. Just a couple more movements this way. And then let's go ahead and bring the hands down again. And then we'll start with pelvic rocks. So if your pelvis were a bowl, spilling water out of the back of the bowl, and then spilling water out of the front. Right? You can either keep your hands on your knees to sort of support you, or you keep your hands on your hips and spill back, and spill front, spill back, and spill front. So just a little bit of mobilization through the spine, right, through the hips. And then let's go ahead and from here, let's do ear to shoulder, and back up through center, ear to shoulder, other side, and center, and side, and center, and side, and center. Now look over one shoulder, and then look forward. One shoulder, and forward. A couple more times. Here we go. Lengthen the breath as you go. And then let's do a few circles. So ear to shoulder, come down, other side. Lengthen as you come back. Don't drop back. Let's go the other way. And then again, reverse directions. And reverse again. Just a few simple movements to get us going. Let's continue with a few smaller movements. Take your prop away if you were sitting on a prop. Let's do all fours, tucking the toes, pull the belly in and tuck the tail. Point the toes, roll through the spine. Tail lifts, rolling through the spine, reversing that. Tuck and round. Point and arch, rolling through the spine. Tuck and round. And arch. From here, if you had a tail, wag your tail to the right and look at it. So it's a side bend in the waist. And wag left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. One more time, each side. And then one hand up. And then down. Other hand up. And then down. So simple movements. Cat cow. Side bending. And then this is a very simple twist. And more. Let's take our prop away. If you had a blanket in place, you can move it off to the side. And let's move through all fours again. Belly firm, one foot back under the ball of the foot, and then the other joins it. And we move into downward facing dog. So plank first, and then downward dog. Let's pedal the feet. One leg bends, one leg straightens, and switch. Switch, and switch. A few more times like this. Breathe in. And then let's walk the feet forward, walk the hands back. We're just coming back to the center until you can center your weight on your feet. Pull the belly and roll yourself up to stand. And let's go ahead from here, do a few simple movements. So bending the knees, right? Let's let the arms reach around and just come into contact with your torso. And we can each direction. And then feet together, arms up, palms touching, side bend. Back up. Side bend. Back up. Bend. Back up. Side bend. Back up. Hands to the thighs. Pull the belly in and round out the back. Reverse the curve. Exhale. Belly pulls in strongly here. Inhale, arch. Exhale. Inhale. Again. Exhale. And in. Let's go ahead and from here, let's move to the top of our mat. And let's get ready for some sun salutations. We'll do a variation that's a little different. Belly firm, palms forward. Inhale, come into chair pose. Palms reaching up, right? So it's different than the classical ones. Tush out, chest out, feeling here, and your weight is a little bit back. Arms reach down, back, and overhead. Reach far. Let's come into low chair, arms reach back, down, and forward. I want you to feel your quads here. So long spine. Right, ears between your arms, weight back just a little bit as well. Now line fingers up with toes, left foot steps far back, squeeze the back knee straight, left hand flat, come into plank pose, and slowly lower to the floor. Feel free to lower the knees a little early, right? Belly firm, inhale, baby cobra, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Let's tuck the toes, and keep the elbows straight, so the arms are long and the spine is long. Reach long through that torso. Let's come into plank pose and back to downward dog. Now left foot steps, Line fingers up with toes. And on your next exhale, back foot steps forward, feet together, come into chair with the push out, chest out. Stand tall, let's do it again. Inhale, chair. Exhale, ragdoll takes a bow. Arms reach down, back, and overhead. Inhale, low chair. And exhale, right foot steps, squeezing the back knee straight. Right hand flat, come into plank pose. And then slowly lower. I'm lowering my knees early. I have a little bit of discomfort at my sternum, so I'm going to be careful for that. So feel free to do that too. Come into baby cobra, and then half dog. Come back to plank pose, and down dog. Let's stay here for a moment and pedal the feet. Breathing. And then on your next exhale, right foot steps. And then on your next exhale, left foot steps. Let's come back into chair and stand tall. All right, moving on. We'll use 2 blocks, right, to either side of your feet, right? And we're going to go ahead and just have those blocks as a guide. Our hands will stay on our blocks. Left foot forward, right foot back. Squeeze the back knee straight and get light on your fingertips. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And get a breath in. And a breath out. Feel the weight really even on that front foot so that you're making a nice equal footprint. Your weight doesn't push into the toes or too much into the heel. Now ground the hands rather, and then turning the back heel down. We'll keep a sharp angle on that back foot, nice warrior 1 stance. So the toes and the kneecap are facing the same direction. Feel medial rotation, so that back thigh, and I'm using my arm to indicate what my thigh is doing, is medially rotating. Okay, for warrior 1, belly firm, arms reach up, let's widen the arms, and inhale, open the chest. Come back to center. Inhale, open the chest. So nice straight back leg, super grounded through the feet. Let's do 1 more open. Now let's reach on an angle. So long spine like Superman here, arms up. And then elbows come in toward your ribs. So from a helicopter view, you'd be making like a W shape with your arms, your elbows bent. So Superman and Wonder Woman. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 1 more of those. Hands down, swivel under the ball of the back foot, step forward, and then switch sides. Sweeping the back knee straight, lifting place the foot. Again, let's reach forward and up. Widen into opening the chest. And center. And open. And center. 2 more times like that. Open. And center. 1 more open. Now let's reach on an angle. Superman. Wonder Woman. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Arms down, swivel under the ball of the back foot, step the back foot forward. Hands to thighs, pull the belly and round yourself up, step back behind your blocks, hands to the small of the back, belly firm and over the chest. Come back to center. Again, open. And center. Let's do 2 more. Open. And center. 1 more. Open. And center. All right, let's take a moment. We'll come down to the floor. We'll use our 2 blocks here. We'll stack them up, put them toward the back of your mat, and have a seat on your blocks. Feet a comfortable distance from front. You can hold on to the shin bones. Rock side to side a little bit. Get a sense for the sitting bones. Okay. Now we'll slide over to your right enough that the right sitting bone is free to move down. Okay. So I'm half on and half off these blocks. Right sitting bone moves down. I'm holding on to my shin bones for a little support. Now hike, so it's a side bend in the body. Hike that right hip way up. Squeeze those muscles move sideways. And exhale, lower down. And then inhale, hike it up. Exhale. Inhale. Again, exhale. Inhale. Come down to that place where we're lowering that sitting bone down. Now bring your fingertips down on your left side, and then the right hand reaches over for a nice side, directly side bend. Okay? With that sitting bone down, you're going to get more stretch into the side waist. Now from here, keeping in mind where your toes are in space. So if your toes were touching an invisible wall, that's where you want your top hand to end up as well. You're not going to drop it down, you'll reach it forward. So that top hand reaching forward to touch that same invisible wall rotates the torso so your collarbones face a little bit more toward the floor. Now my sitting bone is still dropped here, so I'm going to get a nice stretch into a muscle called the quadratus lumborum, the QL, the low back muscle. You should feel that really nicely on your right low back. Take a big breath in, big breath out, and again, big breath in, big breath out. Let's get ready to do the second side, but pause in the center for just a moment. Close your eyes and notice how your right low back feels. It should feel really nice. Big breath right here, big breath out. Let's get ready for the second side. So sliding over to your left. So one sitting bone is on, the other one is off, hold on, and then drop your left sitting bone down. There's your side bend, stretching the QL, and then hike it up, working it a little bit. So letting it drop down, lengthening, and then as you lift, you're really efforting to lift so that you get a little bit of movement, a little bit of work from that QL. Side bend. And again, a couple more. Lengthen the breath. Give it a good hike this time. Lift, 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 lift. Feel those muscles work, work, work. Now lower and direct side bend. Big breath. Exhale. Again, big breath. Nice. Exhale. Now remember the invisible wall. Your top hand doesn't move down, but forward. Rotating the torso a little bit. Really visualize this low back right now on your left side of your body. Big breath right here. Nice big breath out. And again. And nice, nice exhale. Come back to center. And then again, sitting in the middle of those blocks, close your eyes and just notice how your low back feels. It should feel kind of nice. Big breath right here. And big breath. Let's go ahead and take one prop away. So you're going to gently come down, watch your knees if you're transitioning here. And let's add our blanket back in. I'm going to kind of get ready to wrap up. Just so we would do a kind of a short practice today. Just a little bit of opening up through the body. So I'm putting my block on the low level here, having a seat. Now, if I remember what heel I brought in closer the last time, I'm going to reverse it. So other foot comes into the middle. And it's going to feel like the odd cross. Like if you put your hands together and you interlace your fingers and then you undo and just kind of switch the lacing, then it just feels so odd and awkward. But we want to go into those movements, those other movements, so that our body keeps nice and open and we don't skip anything. Right? So grounding, and it feels in the middle, long spine. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. Close your eyes. Just a brief practice today. Take a moment in appreciation that we did this practice, that we have this time, this space, this opportunity, just 20 minutes or so. Big breath on here. Nice big breath out. And nice full breath in. Nice full breath. Let's do one hand to the heart center, one hand to the abdomen. 1 or 2 breaths right here with kind of just this grounding gesture in place. Nice big breath right here. Nice big breath out. One more full breath right here. And nice full breath. Okay, so we'll finish there for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll come a little closer just to kind of say, just be grateful that we have this opportunity, this time to take a moment to get a little more grounded in our body, a little more breath focused, a little more spacious, and we can relax a little bit. Hope you're doing okay and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.